Los clientes de la compañía eléctrica LCEC verán facturas más altas a partir de mayo. La compañía eléctrica adquiere la electricidad utilizada por los hogares de 5 condados de la FPL o Florida Power and Light. El Departamento de Policía de Cape Coral está utilizando fondos de la subvención para intensificar el patrullaje. De acuerdo con directivos del departamento, el 24% de sus principales investigaciones de accidentes están relacionadas con la velocidad. La FDA ha autorizado el uso de pruebas de aliento para detectar el coronavirus con un dispositivo portátil que arroja resultados en 3 minutos. El ensayo clínico de esta modalidad se realizó en más de 2.400 personas. José Pernalete informa.
La larga espera por resultados de una prueba de coronavirus y la incomodidad de la detección vía...
Gracias, Martín, y muy buenos días a todos. Comenzamos. Si usted es residente de Cape Coral, preste atención. El servicio postal se encuentra investigando un posible caso de robo de correspondencia. Residentes de la ciudad dijeron a las autoridades haber visto correspondencia abandonada en la calle. El servicio de inspecciones del correo dijo que está trabajando en conjunto con la policía para mantener su correspondencia segura. Se recomienda recogerla tras ser entregada. No dejar correspondencia dentro del buzón en la noche o depositarla en la oficina de correos. Una petición impulsada por los padres de estudiantes del distrito escolar de Lee para expulsar a los jóvenes que planearon la masacre en la escuela intermedia Harns Marsh de Lehigh Acres alcanzó más de 3.000 firmas. Los jóvenes de 13 y 14 años fueron arrestados el 9 de septiembre bajo cargos de conspiración para cometer un tiroteo masivo. La petición sugiere a los jóvenes reciban educación en sus casas. El comité asesor de la FDA recomendó la tercera dosis de la vacuna contra el coronavirus solo para personas mayores de 65 años. José Pernalete tiene el informe. Y estamos de regreso con el pronóstico extendido para la próxima semana, donde celebramos el Día del Amor y la Amistad. Tendremos cielos parcialmente nublados durante casi toda la semana, con excepción del miércoles, cuando disfrutaremos de cielos un poco más despejados. Las temperaturas oscilarán entre los 83 y los 55 grados, siendo el martes el día más frío, sobre todo en la tarde. Las probabilidades de lluvia en nuestra región serán de un 5 a un 25% y los vientos se desplazarán en su mayoría del norte a razón de 8 a 10 millas por hora. Esto es todo en el pronóstico del tiempo. Recuerde, como siempre les digo, a mal tiempo, buena cara, cuídense mucho y sean felices. Feliz día de San Valentín y continuamos contigo, Jackie. Y aquí estamos nuevamente con el cine y sus estrellas. Esta vez la pantalla grande nos trae a Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum y Daniel Radcliffe en The Lost City.
Loretta Sage is a...
Yo definitivamente no me voy a perder esta película y eso es todo por hoy. Ya sabe que tenemos una cita la próxima semana con más del cine y sus estrellas. ¡Feliz fin de semana!
There is a national boycott against Wendy's. They are the only major fast food chain that refuses to join the Fair Food Program, a human rights initiative that has been proven solution to eliminate abuses in agriculture. JC Solis is the national co-coordinator for the Student Farmer Alliance that works in partnership with the Coalition of Immaculate Workers and is in charge to mobilize a national campaign against Wendy's.
We educate students about the realities that farm workers face in the farms. We are able to talk to them about the abuses that have existed for decades in agriculture, including wage theft and sexual harassment and modern-day slavery.
Lupe Gonzalo is a member of the coalition. She says that Wendy's is trying to keep their franchises established in colleges throughout the nation by reassuring that they have a code of conduct. But according to Lupe, these codes are well written. However, the company isn't complying with them.
Lo que queremos es que ellos vean los abusos.
We want them to see that there's abuse happening in their chain suppliers and take responsibility. They can work with whoever they choose as long as the entity is part of the Fair Food Program. We want to be able to educate the farm workers of those suppliers and audit the farms. They have the power to make a change, and they haven't done it. And that's what we're asking from them.
Esos ranchos, ellos tienen ese poder bastante fuerte.
C plus C equals C. And in it, it means consciousness plus commitment equals change. Right now, our goal is to pressure Wendy's to accept its responsibility in terms of guaranteeing that there's protections against any abuse. It's basic human rights. It's protection from gender-based violence. It's protection from modern-day slavery.
Si estaba pensando en adoptar una mascota, este pudiera ser su momento ideal, ya que el Servicio de Animales del Condado Lee ha eliminado los costos de adopción. Visité el refugio y les preparé este informe.
Conversamos con la gerente del Centro de Adopciones, Abigail Soto, quien nos dijo que la agencia facilita el proceso de adopción de mascotas rescatadas o entregadas por quienes no pueden proporcionarles un hogar.
Lo que nosotros queremos hacer es promover la adopción, la comunidad entrar, buscar algo que pueda entrar en su hogar, rendirle un poco de amor y adoptar en nuestras facilidades.
A esta labor también se le suma la oportunidad de adoptar gatos totalmente gratis. El programa ha tenido tanta acogida en las últimas semanas que ha sido extendido hasta finales del mes de mayo.
Encima de la adopción, foster homes. Nosotros necesitamos hogares que estén disponibles a aguantar animales hasta que estén disponibles para adopción. Típicamente puede ser de 1 semana, 4 semanas. Si son gatitos que están con las mamás, tienen que estar a la edad para adoptar.
Those animals sometimes suffer so much. Sometimes they have a good life and just need somebody to continue that good life. When you buy a pet, it's not a pet, it's a purchase. When you adopt, it becomes part of your family.
La adopción incluye esterilización, microchip, vacunas y licencia. Además, el departamento cuenta con un programa de adopción temporal durante todo el año.
El Departamento de Servicios de Animales está ubicado en el 5600 Banner Drive en la ciudad de Fort Myers y tiene las puertas abiertas de lunes a sábado de 10:30 de la mañana a 3:30 de la tarde. Vamos ahora con las condiciones del tiempo.
Emily Nana, an investigator from Florida Gulf Coast University, says concerned students can request to conduct an investigation of assault or harassment through the Office of Institutional Equity and Compliance located on campus.
And so our office investigates allegations that are brought forward to us. We're neutral fact finders, and we're here to learn as much as we can about the situation. We're not the decision makers, however, and so those decisions are ultimately referred to either student conduct or their corresponding vice president or dean.
In 2017, 5 foreseeable sex offenses were reported in Florida Gulf Coast University. FGCU police officer Miles Kittelson advises students on how to proceed in case of an assault or attempt assault.
Reporting it is the very first thing that you should do. In those situations where a sexual assault does happen, we just ask students to make sure that they keep the clothing that they were wearing, make sure that they don't bathe, come report it immediately to us.
FGCU PD also provides self-defense classes.
We also offer an additional class called RAD, which is Rape, Aggression, Defense, and that class is very intense. It's a course that happens over many weeks for a couple hours long, and that too builds upon the fundamentals of self-defense and helps students actually defend themselves if they encounter a situation.
Southwest Florida is becoming home for startup technology companies. Here, entrepreneurship is growing rapidly in the tech field, and more companies are looking to recruit personnel interested in contributing to the growth of this industry without having to fly to places like Silicon Valley. Sarah Grace from Southwest Florida Coders talks about the opportunities.
Well, Southwest Florida has been growing a lot in the last few years. We have a lot of new companies that have moved to the area. Right now, we even have like big hiring events where like big companies, including Hertz, Chicos, Fly Dogs, Lee Health Memorial, are all hiring just tech roles. So I think it's a good opportunity to get into this field.
Fly Dogs is a company based in Bonita Springs dedicated to empower aircraft operators through software as a service solutions.
It's crazy. In the past couple years, there weren't many companies like us in the area, and now it's booming, and a lot of businesses are coming here and seeing it as a viable place to do business.
Roman Maximoff, together with other developers, contribute to events like Tech Match to recruit tech job seekers and students of all levels so that they can be a part of the tech growth in Southwest Florida.
I would say technology is growing pretty quickly in the area. Specifically, our business, we've already outgrown 3 offices in the past couple years. So that's a testament to the industry. And I started with a team of under 10 developers, and I think we're up to 20 now, and we plan to get even 8 more. So yeah, we're not stopping, we're not planning to stop, and I think a lot of these other companies are doing the same thing. They're expanding as well.
The real estate market in major cities is experiencing more price cuts, but will the trend extend to Southwest Florida, especially with the recent red tide issue? Broker Joe Kendall from Keller Williams Realty Fort Myers and the Islands shared his views.
It's really hard to get a measurement right now on the effect of the red tide and the LG has on the real estate market, and it's because 11 months ago, we just came through Hurricane Irene. And so when you have a hurricane, you can't get by homeowners insurance. The market kind of stops, people stop buying.
According to a recent CILO report, 14% of all listings in the nation have reduced their prices, and sellers are adjusting to the market shift. Broker Joe believes that overall, Southwest Florida will maintain a healthy market.
I don't necessarily think that we're going to see a big correction or big shift for the fact that we've only gone up in home values 3 to 4% over the last year and a half, 2 years. I think our market's going to be pretty stable. It's not going to be, I think, like the national average.
Brick-and-mortar retailers from Sports Authority to Toys R Us are closing stores or closing down altogether thanks to the success of e-commerce sites like Amazon, eBay, and others, and has motivated traditional brands to change the way they operate. But is there a future for traditional brick retailers? Professor Dr. Mark Case from the FGCU Ludger College of Business thinks there is.
Retailing will always be around because it addresses basic human needs. We all need to make our choices in such a way that we can use all of our 5 senses. At present, the internet does not afford us that opportunity.